What's going on, guys? Brendan here. Welcome back to another video. It's a bit windy. I'm just on the rooftop of my building here. I'm currently chilling in Hanoi, Vietnam. This is where I live because I work remotely. I'm a copywriter, and in my spare time I do Shopify, which I know a lot of you guys are trying to get into, whether you're a new merchant or you're trying to grow and scale your brand. That's kind of what my gig is, and that's my goal, to work remotely and be independent. So for you guys who are just starting in e-commerce, you have your own goals, whether it's to have a bit of extra money to pay the bills or support your family or live a lifestyle like I do. At the end of the day, it's not easy, The dropshipping model, if that's what you're into, is simple, but definitely not easy. And e-commerce in general is just a business model like any other. It takes a lot of time and effort and hard work. This video is going to be about some actionable tips and advice that you can take to increase conversions on your store, especially with all the holidays coming up. We've got Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, and then we got Valentine's Day. So it's a good time to capitalize on this, take advantage of this special time of year, and hopefully make some life-changing amounts of money. And also, guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe if you want more content that's going to help you essentially make more money. Yeah, guys, welcome back. One of the best ways, obviously, to show you how to create a better store, strengthen your branding, and get more sales is to do a store review and just show you in real time what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, essentially, and what improvements you can make. I find this to be the most practical way. So I've taken a store here called Case Joys. Now, this was somebody on Reddit who reached out to me and asked for a review, and I looked at it and I thought, okay, it's got a potential, but there's definitely a lot of work to be done here. So we're starting on the homepage. We're going to cut quickly to the product page and just generally look at what changes we can make to increase conversions and then hopefully start sending traffic there. So first off, straight off the bat, I like the heading for the most part. Let's look at the overall impression of the store first glance. Okay, the logo, the name is fine. It works. The logo doesn't excite me really in any way, but it can definitely work. I'm not a big fan of this little phone logo here. It just looks a little bit cheap. So even just removing that and having the font Case Joys in two different colors, it would work absolutely fine. Fancy logos are not needed. You can just head over to Canva and make your own. That's what I did for my store. My store converts. It's not an issue. Don't go to Fiverr and spend $200 on a logo, please. You can spend that money on Facebook ads. So what they have done here is there's this sticky image on the back that is fixed as you scroll, and then you've got this image that for some reason is overlaying on top of it. Now, to me, this is too busy. This image doesn't need to be here. Just stick with the fixed image underneath, as we can see, and then we've got a shop button, and then we come down and we've got some different designs to choose from. Now, the main thing is there's no interaction here. I can click on these, or I can't click on these, so essentially nothing's happening. There is a shop button though, but it would be good to have these clickable, so it's just easier to hit the one you actually want to look at initially. And then we go a bit further down, and then we've got this kind of unique little gallery here, which looks kind of cool, but honestly it's very busy. These patterns are already extremely busy, and then we've got this kind of animated gallery here, and then when I click on it, it actually doesn't bring me anywhere. It only brings me back to the top. So there's really not enough ways for me to take action and click on the product that I want to look at. So if I fancy this phone cover, I click on it, brings me nowhere. So already the process of trying to view the product page is a little bit difficult, but let's go to the product page just for the sake of the video and see what we can take from it to improve. So here we have the eternity. They're all eternity cases, I believe, but let's start by looking at the heading, because the images are actually quite nice. These are high quality images. They look like they've been taken in a store of some sort, and the quality of the phone covers looks pretty good. Okay, and bear in mind, guys, that the phone case niche is a very, very hard one to crack, but it can be done with the right targeting. I'll explain that later. So here we have a title, a product description title that doesn't really excite me at all. Case Joys iPhone TPU cover designer case eternity. Now, this could be keyword optimized. I highly doubt it though. What I would do if I'm starting out building a store like this, I would scrap this and I would make my own name for this collection. Obviously it has an eternity, but think about this product. Think about who you're trying to target with this. For me, the design of this product screams boho, bohemian fashion. It screams hippie. It screams spirituality. So as soon as I see that, I know that that's who I want to target when I'm building this store. Okay, so everything about my product page and the homepage is going to be geared towards catering to that market. So even just changing this title to Bohemian Mandela Eternity the case, something that kind of like really attracts that particular type of customer. Because think about the whole boho movement. It kind of is a culture in a sense. This happens with any fashion movement. It becomes a subculture. So that's what you want to kind of appeal to. And we have this pricing here, which is 1919 to 22. That must be, I'm not sure why that's not a fixed price. It must be dependent on the option that you choose. I'd like this to be a bit more clear. Just one price for all cases would be perfect. You can lose out on $1 or $2 of your profit margin just to make things simpler for your customer. Okay, that's the second thing. These bullet points here, I always advocate using bullet points. Definitely, it makes the product description more scannable. We've got short attention spans. This is what we need, but this should be benefit driven. This should not be feature driven, because right now it's all features: laser cut design, TPU material, high quality design. At the end of the day, nobody really cares. They want to know how it can benefit them, I guess. So how is it going to protect your phone? To what extent? How lightweight is it? Like how nice is it to carry? How does it feel? How does it benefit your life? That's what you want to kind of come to grips with and relay in your product descriptions. And then we go down. We have got a blue add to cart button. I don't think blue is the right color to use in this case, because we've got green up here, we've got red, we've got green again, and then we've got blue. I like to stick to two colors, or just black, white, and one color. So in this case, I would actually just use a red, but use a sharper or a more vibrant tone of red, like a neon red, so it stands out. And then I would also, make sure this isn't green. Just change this to black. That's absolutely fine. But this really isn't congruent with the color scheme of the site. Now, it's a small thing, but these kind of like tweaks in terms of your color palette really strengthens your branding and your value proposition. So you want to make sure everything looks neat, clean, and professional. Don't give anyone an excuse to think that you're a drop shipping store. Okay. Moving on, as I said, the images are good. They're perfect. Wouldn't change them at all. Now, description. Here we go. Again, we've got just the name of the phone, the designs, and then more features. So again, you want to take all them features and you want to change them into benefits. If you don't know how to do that, click on the link in the description of this video. I will show you in the article I wrote, because I'm a copywriter by trade. This is what I do. You don't have to be a copywriter to do it, but you do need to understand the concept of transforming features into benefits. Okay, it's very simple, but people buy for benefits. They don't buy for features unless it's a highly technical, specialized product. So I would change this entirely to focus on benefits. And then further down, you can talk about features, like maybe here. So again, these are lovely images. Nothing wrong with these, but this right here it's too much. It's too bold. It's too big. It's not clear. And again, it's feature driven. It's exactly the same content that's up here that's down here. So this is not what we want to do. In fact, you could even just scratch all this and include your benefits down here. So what I like to do with my product is I do include the features. For example, I'm in the skincare niche, and people need to know the ingredients that they're buying. That's a feature. The ingredient or the chemical or the component in it is a feature, but the benefit is what it can do for your skin. So I like to include both. I say, look, the product has this, but do you know what this does? Do you know this like hydrates the skin cells, it nourishes them, it regenerates them, it makes you look younger, it gives you a healthy glow. These are the benefits I'm talking about. So it's good to include both. So made from TPU material. Nobody knows what that means. Tell them why TPU is better than any other material. Tell them how it can benefit and protect your phone, how you can save money because you don't have to, replace your screen when you drop it and smash it, blah, blah, blah. And then I would just make this a little bit more readable. The text it's not inviting, it's not appealing, it's too big, it looks complicated, and as we scroll further down, it's the same thing. So I would keep these images, make the font a bit smaller, make it a bit more readable, and include benefits instead of features, okay? And then we have some social buttons, which is fine, and then related products. So related products, I don't think anyone's really going to buy two phones. You do need an upsell strategy. Sorry, they're not going to buy two phone cases. Now, you do need an upsell strategy. There's no doubt about that. But why don't you upsell something that complements the phone case? So if somebody's going to buy this phone case, more than likely they're not going to buy another phone case, but they might need a screen protector, or they might need something else that is related to the phone case that can help protect their phone, but that isn't actually a phone case, you know? So that's what I would do here. And then obviously the big thing that's missing here is reviews. You need social proof. People do not buy anymore unless they see or read good reviews or get a recommendation from other people online. So statistics show that people will actually go and pay more for a product that has reviews rather than pay less for a product that's the same but has no reviews. So you got to always keep that in mind. And if you don't have any sales yet, you don't have reviews, download a review app from the Shopify app store. Ali Reviews is free. I use Looks. It's not free. It's the best one in my opinion. You can use Ali Reviews. It's free. And if this is from AliExpress, you can import reviews from there. If it's not from AliExpress, write your own reviews. You know, I'm not saying you should fake your content, but start with 2 or 3 or 4 reviews. Write them yourself. That's all you need to get a couple of sales, so people can, you know, see that the product is at least going to bring value to their life in a way, and it's backed by a little bit of social proof. And then once you start getting them sales rolling in, you can then like reach out to people, ask them to make reviews, and then you don't have to make them yourself anymore. And this is granted that the quality of your, you know, product is actually decent enough to warrant a good review. But this looks like a good product. This looks like it could be a good brand. The main takeaway that I would say for this particular product and brand is get the targeting right, because phone cases are so hard to sell online. Everybody's doing it. But this is a unique design. They're all unique, but they all scream the same thing at me. They scream boho. They scream, you know, new age hippie. They scream like spirituality, and even they're a little bit psychedelic. So you can literally change all this to appeal to that particular niche of fashion or subculture, and then you can run your Facebook ads to target people who have an interest in spirituality or like fractal patterns like these, or, you know, boho fashion. And it's that simple. So targeting plays a big role in whether or not your store is going to convert. You get the right demographic to come and visit your store, and when your entire product page speaks to them on a personal level, then they're going to buy your stuff. Okay, now that is the majority of the advice that I have for this particular dropshipping store. This is a dropshipping store, and to me it still looks like one. It's not good enough to convert, but it can be. Okay, let's think about what people need, what the customer needs to see to make the decision whether this brand is the right fit for them to buy from. You need really strong branding, okay? And that is a nice logo, it's a clean website, and it's a consistent color palette. Choose 2 colors, choose black and choose one other color, focus on them, and then make your call to action stand out with the same color but in a different tone, okay? And then the other thing is think about your target market. If you haven't made a buyer persona and you don't know who you're targeting, nobody's going to buy. So I equate this to shooting with a shotgun, spraying bullets everywhere. You're less likely to hit anyone. But when you narrow your scope with a sniper rifle, this is what it's like when you have a buyer persona in mind and you know exactly who you're targeting. You're much more accurate. You can speak to them on a personal level with your copy, with your images, with your marketing, and they're much more likely to buy. So if you haven't done that, definitely recommend doing that. And in terms of the homepage, just clean it up, you know, and just make it look a bit more neat, professional, and less busy. Simplicity is the key in e-commerce. You know, we want to see clean websites. We want them to be easy to navigate, and we do not want the process of clicking on something or trying to buy something to be any more complicated than it should be. So that's it. Keep it simple. Strengthen your branding. Think about your target market and how to speak to them on a personal level. You will have success. Trust me on that, because that's exactly what I do for my store. I don't even pay for ads in my store, and I'm profitable. I use free traffic. So if you're doing everything I tell you in terms of your branding and your targeting, and you pay for traffic that is directed at your niche, which is phone cases, but in a certain, you know, sub niche in terms of fashion, boho fashion, spirituality, all that kind of stuff, you'll definitely make conversions. So best of luck, and yeah, keep plugging away at it. E-commerce is not easy, but eventually, once you start getting that first 1 or 2 or 3 sales, the motivation to just keep going and keep learning more and improving is insane. So best of luck, guys. If you're interested in checking out the number 2 best page builder app in the Shopify App Store, that's what we do. We're PageFly. You can check that out in the product description. The description of the video. and you can make pages like this, or even better than this, cleaner than this, pages similar to what I make on my Shopify store. Okay, good luck guys. See you in the next video.